IT, you're up.
Okay, there we go. In IT, we've done 2 of our 3 divisions already in the internal service funds. This is strictly the budget for the GIS group, which is in the general fund. From the base, so I'll just launch into it. From the base spreadsheet given to us by the auditor's office, we've only requested 3 little changes to that base spreadsheet. The first one is the 3400 line, which is the UJIT conference. The UJIT conference is in Heber this year, and first of all, Patrick Worrow is the division director. Patrick's on an airplane on his way back from San Diego. We were originally scheduled to do this tomorrow.
Right.
So
By the way, thank Patrick. He has been very instrumental in helping with redrawing evacuation maps, and your guys have been very good, very helpful.
yeah, I'll let him know that. Thank you. So this budget was prepared by Patrick. I'll go over it in as much detail as I can with you. The first request is on the line 3400, the UJIT conference. That's in Heber this year, and Patrick would like to send his entire staff since it's local. And those are basically the extra registration fees to attend that conference. The next one, the next change to the base.
The other 2 are contracts, right?
The other 2 are,
So
yes, maintenance
so we
contracts.
don't really need to deal with that
Okay.
because you're just showing us 20. We gave you the 2017 actual number. We know there's an increase. So
Yeah, there's an increase in GIS, and then there's also an increase in Adobe.
right.
So, that's all the changes to the base spreadsheet. Some additional requests that Patrick has noted here on the additional budget request sheet. Line 2 is a 50 named user expansion license for ArcGIS Enterprise. This is basically some additional licenses that we need to accommodate the growing need for map-based applications that we're delivering to departments. And so he's got a request in to expand that license count for that. In addition to that is a couple of software items. There's 2 Visual Studio licenses. The Visual Studio we're using is about a little over 5 years old, and we'd like to refresh that, bring that back up to date. Item 4 is he's requested two GIS programming classes that involve JavaScript and iOS. These aren't just regular JavaScript classes. These are JavaScript iOS as applied to the GIS environment.
Where do they go to do those?
They typically, last time we did them at here at the state. We're not sure that would be available, but typically Esri does them all over the country.
So that's why because we don't know where it is. That's why the amount is kind of the generic.
Yeah, it's a generic amount. He's requesting 2 of those, an estimated cost of about $2,500 per, kind of depending on where they are.
Sure.
Item 5 is a replacement. We have a large format HP printer used by GIS that they produce a large variety of their maps with. That is just coming up on 6.5 years old. And we would request that be replaced in next year's budget.
Okay.
Okay, any question on that?
Nope.
Okay. The next item, line 6, we're requesting basically it's a large flat screen monitor to put in the GIS development area in the conference areas when we do demonstrations of.
You already have this conference area, right?
We have the conference area, that's all built, all done.
Okay.
Is it big enough?
so far.
You haven't been watching our budget meetings, have you?
I've watched some of them.
Want to move any walls?
I heard about an election machine that's the size of a conference table or something.
No, I called it the size of the first computers.
Oh, okay. Yes, I did hear that. This doesn't need to be the size of a conference table, this needs to sit on the wall in the conference table, or in the conference room area. And then the last item, item 7, this year we moved some folks from, and tried to consolidate some of our GIS activities in an available office space over in the courthouse. And in doing so, we used sort of some secondhand used furniture, modular furniture that was provided by Public Works. As we can, we would like to maybe replace that with some little more up-to-date stuff, and that line item will help accomplish that.
So would that do the whole thing, or is that a portion at a time type of thing?
This would probably do all of it.
Okay.
What do you get for that? What are you looking for to get with the 10,000 for the furniture?
It's mostly modular furniture for, currently over there we have six modular people in modular offices.
So in other words, they're partitioned walls with desks that hook into the hooks on those walls.
Exactly,
Okay.
yeah, that kind of thing.
And that would give you 6?
That would give us 6.
Is that you guys buying it or Public Works?
I'm assuming that's us buying it.
Okay.
He's amazed at, I'm always amazed at how the differences between office space and spaces.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, do you have any questions on any of those requests?
Nope.
Pretty easy.
Thanks for coming up.
All right.
Beautiful, you're done.
Patrick dodged a bullet.
Well, he would have loved to have been here. He could have.
Neil,
It is on the inventory list, and it's listed as depreciable.
That's
yeah,
But it's in a general fund, so I don't know how that
Yeah.
works.
yeah, it's not
one desk.
there's, that's one of the benefits of internal
That's for a
service funds
rookie.
is that we get to set them aside but I just wanted to get a tag number for it to sort of compare.
the next year.
So
Okay, Jeff, you are ready
We have
for
to
you.
pay for everybody in the county. That's not fair.
Okay, Jeff, you're up.
Okay?
Take it away. What do you want?
What are we looking at?
You wanna do records or recorder?
We can do records.
Okay.
Go ahead, Aline.
As I opened recorder.
Mine, me too.
All right, records.
$1,400 for a party? What?
It's true. I've highlighted where, what our budget was last year, and then it went down to $100.
Hey, but your budget of 1733, you spent 2167. $21.67 is all.
Yeah, boxes are coming out of the 2,400 account.
Oh, that, they are?
Mm-hmm, yep.
Okay. And, I buy film out of that,
2,500,
out of
2,500.
which one? Equipment supply?
Uh-huh.
Sweet, it's getting easy.
Cause I haven't bought, so you want me to do everything out of the equipment supply and maintenance? Is that what you're saying?
The film,
The film, the CDs, the CD cases, the boxes, everything out of
the
there?
boxes is 2,400. Office supplies?
We supply all of the boxes for the county, and they are, we spend about, $1,000 something dollars every time we order them.
Right,
Yeah,
you have
they've been coming-
$3,100 in that account.
Yeah, they've been-
$3,100
Right.
in that account.
They've been-
And the film is over $1,000 every time we order it.
And you have $4,200 in that account.
And we order that 2 times a
Okay.
year,
So,
plus your boxes, plus all the CDs, plus all of the, like, we make CDs for the.
right, so based on what you gave us though, on those accounts, again, we just wanna make sure you're getting paid, but in those accounts, you still have $2,000 in your $2,500 account, the one that you just said you spend, that you buy the film twice a year.
And I haven't bought it yet, and I buy it. at
Right,
the
so
end of
you've
the
used
year,
half your
so-
budget, so you'll do it again.
Right,
So it sounds like that amount's right. So if we need to put more in the 2,500 because the $4,200 amount's not enough, that's where we would want to talk, because if you need
Then
more
that's
money for
fine.
dosing.
but
Okay,
if you want me to purchase everything out of that.
well, I don't
then-
really care. Denise's telling me the account number, right?
Okay,
And I'm going based on the numbers you gave us. Then on the 2,400 on office supplies, your budget is $3,100, of which you have almost exhausted at this point. You have $300 left.
and,
So is it,
and I had to
are those amounts enough to do what you need to do?
if we could put more money then into the, special equipment supply and maintenance into 2,500 then to cover a
So-
little bit more, cause I've still gotta buy 2 things of film, which is over 2,000,
Okay,
and I've got to buy boxes again.
okay, but boxes are 2,400.
The boxes are for the, whole county,
Right, but they come out of 2,400.
then we'd need more money in there, because I've always bought them out of the,
Let me ask it,
Special
let me
department
ask it
supplies.
this way. So the $1,400 distributed to the appropriate accounts would cover the additional items you need to purchase?
yes.
Great. Deneen, $1,400 in whatever account it goes in.
Okay, that answers that.
Okay, and
Then
your
you're on-
contract is fine, because we know there's costs to go up. We use the 2017 actuals.
Okay.
Perfect.
And I just wanted to include the Kodak thing because it was higher this year, and I
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
highlighted that one.
appreciate
so-
it. Sweet,
Okay.
You're done.
Simple.
we try. It's like pulling teeth to get you here, but, no,
We don't want to.
we do appreciate you coming. Oh, and just so you know, I've mentioned it again, there is serious conversation, I know we brought it up to you a couple of years ago, about reorganizing down there because of the evidence room for the jail and whether we need to identify additional space or stuff. That thing's percolating again, and it's probably reaching a boiling point as far as space, so you'll definitely need to be part of that conversation.
You mean taking away the record center and locating it someplace else?
Or a portion of it and finding a short-term solution while something like that happens. Yeah, there's a whole lot of decisions, but you'll be part of that discussion. So,
Okay, that's ugly. Okay, thanks.
yep.
Jeff, take it away. You're good.
All right. We're just asking for $7,100 additional funding. We kind of explained what we need it all for. I don't know if you have any questions. We need to raise some for our yearly agreements, our contract, like on the
So like the cannons and
Canon
those.
and that stuff. We're required to pay a maintenance agreement, so we've added what it needs to be in order to
Okay.
pay them. We are looking for some overtime again. That helped a lot last year, and we're still using that.
Well, hold on, that's not, is that number 2 then? Is that what that part is?
Oh. Yeah.
Because there's no overtime
Okay. now
unless
sorry.
I'm missing
No
it.
change,
Nope, I'm looking at the wrong one,
no
sorry.
change in overtime.
So number 2, our staffing plan request. We just want to,
Well, no, because you said overtime. I don't want to make you go, but
no, the
you,
overtime was
you
there.
already have $10,000 in your
Yep,
overtime.
I
You're
was-
not asking for additional?
Nope.
Okay.
That worked
okay,
out
okay.
good.
Yeah, I don't have any questions on this sheet. Unless the other
I
commissioners
don't
do,
have
I'm
any
ready for the
questions
additional.
On your additional 7,100 ask, so the questions would then be in your staffing plan.
The
Let's
Do
question.
3 and 4.
The only general
Okay.
question I have is, with just some of these from the office supplies and printing, bringing them back up to levels, when the 2,200, that's kind of historically what you've spent, and now you're asking for $800 more to get up to the 3,000 level. Is 3,000 what you need, or is that just a projection of what you need?
Everything's per projection. We usually would spend that. I mean, it's hard to say. It's better to have more in there in case we need it instead of transferring it around. I think that's what we've had in there.
Yeah, what have we had in some of those accounts? I mean, you have that.
So 2,500 account, 2017, there was $424 spent. 2016 was 1,500. 2015 was 3,600. So it kind of, it fluctuates.
So we've had some up and down,
Yeah.
and so you're projecting that we're gonna be closer to the 3,000 range. Is that what you're projecting?
I would think, yeah, with all the record, yeah.
So a few years ago, we were lower, but now we're a little higher, so you're thinking it would be at the 33,000.
Our recordings have gone up, and so everything kind of goes up accordingly. A few years ago, we weren't, so.
Okay? That's all I wanted to ask.
Staffing plan request.
Okay. We'd like to move we got a Wesley Woodhouse, he's our newest mapper. He comes in as a cadastral mapper 2. He's already passed, or he's taken the test for, it's a state association test to become a certified cadastral mapper. It's always been the plan, and in our planning system, after 1 year, we raise them to a cadastral mapper 2 in order for them to pass the test. That's one of the requirements, and so we'd like to do that as soon as he passes the test. He has to be here a year also, so it wouldn't be a full year. We're projecting it to happen in July when he was hired. So it'd just be a half year, and then it would just continue on.
Okay.
But with the training that he's had, hopefully it would work out.
We will always have HR evaluate that to make sure that's,
Okay? Good.
what's a BMI license?
Yeah, that's, how we see our documents, how
Okay.
everybody sees the documents online. That's kind of like we pay for everybody. We pay for the GIS department, we pay for some of the computer department, I pay for a lot of people that aren't even in our department. We have to pay for them in order to have them help us. So
Okay.
it goes up each year, depending on what licenses you
So
have.
is that the increase on what it is? Cause I was gonna say, that's pretty good if the whole license countywide is only $100. That's gotta be the increase. Okay.
Proposed increase?
Okay. And I walked in on a fun conversation on Simplifile.
We're struggling with them. It's a great concept, but they want us to do things that we just want to stay the way that we're doing things.
Oh, the 500 is also just an increase on the program, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay,
Pretty simple.
thank you.
Pretty easy.
Thanks for coming in a day early.
Yeah, thanks
No
for,
problem.
or you're welcome for letting you do it a day early, and